Hello, my name is Lynetta Williams, and I'm going to be presenting my final technology project for ETEC 527. I will be using Glogster to teach the elements of plot to my 6th grade reading students. The purpose of the final project is to evaluate, select, and incorporate various learning tools or technologies into the classroom instruction. Glogster is an online tool that helps students to create, and teachers for that fact, create online posters. Those could include text, images, graphics, audio, and video. Glogster can be used to showcase students' work or students' learning while encouraging them to become critical thinkers and use their collaboration tools with their fellow peers. For the purpose of this project, my audience is going to be my 6th grade reading and language arts class, and we will be discussing and learning about the elements of plot. Students will view a short video presentation about the elements of plot. We will read a short story called The Gold Cadillac by Mildred Taylor. And at the end of this, students are going to use their creativity skills to go online and create a Glogster that shows that they captured the understanding of plot and the different elements of that are involved. With a plot diagram, I like to refer that with my students as a mountain. They start at the bottom and make steps that lead them to the top of the mountain, and then again make steps that lead them down to the bottom of the mountain. A plot is defined as the organized pattern of sequence of events that make up a story. And I try to relate this with my students as to them watching a video, watching a movie, or reading their favorite book. Everything is made up of some type of series of events that take place, and they normally take place in some type of sequential order. At the beginning would be the exposition, which usually occurs at the beginning of the story. Here, our characters are introduced. We learn about our setting, the time, the place, the when, the where, and kind of get a feel as to what our story is going to be about. Then it goes into the rising action. This is the part where our conflicts start to develop and the characters begin to face certain situations. You have your climax, which is at the top of our mountain. This is normally the part of the story that contains the bulk of the conflict. The character comes face to face with their conflict and has to sometimes make some harsh decisions. The falling action, we begin to tie up the loose ends. The characters begin to face their conflicts and begin to have some sort of an idea of the solutions that will come into play and how they can be successful in meeting those challenges. And then the final part is our resolution. The story comes to a reasonable end. Most cases, most of the loose ends are tied up before the majority, the character has faced his or her crises and they have come to some type of solutions about what he or she will do or will have to do. To end it, when I teach plot development to my students, I always tell them a good way to find the different elements is to look at the beginning of the story. Here you'll find the exposition and the rising action. In the middle of the story, you'll find your climax. And then at the end is where you will have the falling action and your resolution. And again, at the end of the story, they will put together their plot development chart. And from there, they will create their own unique Glogster to showcase what they have learned.